makes it more difficult for people to find me, and then have to.
Before you started the stream last time,
Mhm.
was my voice popping up on there or no?
No, it wasn't. No. But now it is, so I don't know. I don't know what the heck the deal is. Like I had all the settings exactly the same, and it seems like it doesn't matter if I'm opening Discord before or after. Like if I have Discord open before and then open Streamlabs, it doesn't work. It just seems like I need to have one to clear it for some reason, which makes there's obviously something I'm failing to understand, but whatever.
Yeah.
All right, we are getting there anyways. I'm sure people will come in as they're ready to my stream, but we can begin to chit chat because we're past the 15-minute mark, and that's usually when we start with the old spoilers. So,
sir, yes, sir. What's going on,
yeah,
Jewel? Welcome to the stream.
I think we can
Yeah, so those of you
get
who
to
don't
it.
know, if you haven't watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier yet, we're going to be talking spoilers. So, finale was last week. So, if you haven't watched any of it or you just haven't watched the finale, you have been warned.
Yes, you have been warned. This is your final warning. There will be spoilers, and it was a freaking awesome episode. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I already sent out a tweet, so I'm gonna skip that. Yeah. So where to begin? We normally do, guys. We just break everything down. Make sure double check. Tell me the captain's working now. You guys can hear him.
Yep. Can you guys hear me?
But I assume so. It should be fine. Yeah, we can hear you too, Zoe. We're not talking to you though. You're chill.
River just joined the party as well.
Nice. Should we get let's get a little incursions action started up. I have not done any incursions.
I haven't either.
I've just been lazy about it, and I normally do it often with Chris too, and we haven't even done any. So it's like he'll hit me up and be like, "Hey, so am I good enough to do incursions with you still?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, sure. I'm free at this time." And then he doesn't contact me, and I don't contact him, and we just both kind of like, "Oh right, yeah, yes, you can hear Cap. Good, okay, good guys. We don't need to hear Zoe. Zoe, you be quiet. Settle down." Do we just want to do an easy Zone 7 kind of one?
Yeah, probably.
All right, I will send you.
I'm going to be trying out Wolverine as a horseman for the first time.
Sounds like fun.
Now that I have my 5-star awaken.
Yeah, I've got no idea who the heck I want to play with this
Although
time.
I'm going to start out with Apocalypse and then the synergy.
Did we already get the? Have they reset for Zone 8? Yeah, no, they haven't even. No, we already got
7,
them.
We haven't got anything from Sector 7.
Yeah, so it just makes more sense to do that anyways. So
yeah,
okay.
We got Sector 8 just only up to Zone.
I don't even know if I want to do with any kind of tricky anything. What's up, Asteroid Tommy? What's up, Kurama? How you guys doing? By the way, you can finally start playing more MCOC. Well, that's good because, as we all know, MCOC is life, and we all spend way too much time playing it. So,
not
plus
time, probably.
Yeah, you're right. You need more time playing MCOC. Yeah, who the hell do I even want to roll with? I don't even know. I could do just a little Sparkles, Warlock, and Claire. Or I could bring Magneto. Could go Mutant Team with Apocalypse, Magneto, and Strife. Maybe I'll try that out. I haven't done that for a while. No, hey, dog, chill, settle down. No, you don't get any treats for misbehaving. Hey, quiet. Settle down. Really? Settle down, Zoe. You're not getting any treats until you settle down. Alright, I think I'm just gonna roll this way, and we'll call it good, and I guess we can just change up later on, because it's just Zone 7, so it doesn't really matter, huh? Cappy there? Are you messing around with River? Oh, yes, he is, apparently. Okay. Yeah, so I guess we can get started too, as we're. Overall, it was a fantastic episode. I think it might have been my favorite. And we kind of started out with basically where we left off from the last episode. All of the hostages were about to do the vote, and the flag smashers are there. Let's see. Maybe I should give Captain just a minute to come back. Oh, here he comes. Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
One of my buddies just randomly showed up. And he was just like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "Bad timing. I literally just started streaming." He's like, "Oh, my bad."
Oh well, I mean, if he's there though, we could reschedule this. You know, we could redo this if you want to.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
He's like my other roommate's here. He knows him, so.
Okay, well, we can keep it a little shorter too, you know. But yeah, so I was starting to say that we were coming back to the basically where we left off with the last episode. And
picks up where everyone left off. They're holding everyone hostage.
Carly kind of gives a little bit more of a speech about like, yeah, we can. It's time, blah blah blah, and then she's like, do it now, or she's like, he's here, do it now. When she sees
she sees Sam
fly in, Captain fly in. Let's see, maybe I should go right and take down 3 to start off with, so I can get the charge for Apocalypse.
Oh yeah, you didn't bring the synergy.
Yeah, does that work?
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't matter what, because let's leave up. Oh, that leaves up unblockable for the first 6 seconds. You're fine with that though, right?
Yeah.
Just gotta back off. The other 2, Flux Dispersal and redouble determination. Isn't Flux Dispersal kind of annoying? Yeah, why don't you take out that one? So take out 2.
So she says, "Let's do this. Let's do it now." They throw some smoke bombs
to try and get everyone.
And those, did you notice that those kind of really looked a lot like the Green Goblin pumpkin bombs?
They were kind of round, weren't they? And yeah,
they look very similar to them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I was.
But so she throws those, and then, or they throw those upstairs, and then basically, Sam comes in hot, throwing the shield, breaking it through, smashing it into a flag smasher, who gets hit in the arm and goes down. So we get the first shield toss, and he breaks through the window, or he comes through the window and does a nice little roll that you'd seen him practicing in the previous episode, and catches it on the bounce and everything, and it's awesome. It's a smooth ass action scene.
Yeah. And then the guy walks in and he's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm Captain America." And he's like,
"Yeah."
And he says, "Isn't Captain America on the moon?"
Yeah, that was a great that was a great little thing about this. Isn't Captain America on the moon? Like, there's little Easter eggs like that.
So then Sam goes in and he's trying to tell him, like, this is just a diversion. Everyone needs to stay in here, but they don't listen. And Batroc shows up and they start fighting.
Yeah, and Batroc is like the robes don't make the monk, which is, of course, talking about his new suit and everything. And then, of course, starts kicking, as Batroc does. And they fight for a while. Sam realizes that the plan is to herd everyone out of there into the vehicles. And he's like, this is a distraction, so you guys need to stop them from leaving the building. At which point, Bucky and Sharon have met up outside, and they're like, "Hey, Sharon, what are you doing here? Aren't you taking a big risk?" And she's like, "I hear pardons aren't all they're cracked up to be anyways." And then they let people out of the building, and they're like, "Whoops," basically. Quiet, Zoe. Sheesh. Yeah, and then
so then Carly calls one of her agents or whatever.
Just like one of the random people that are flag smashers.
She gives her phone to Bucky and says, "Hey, it's Carly." And then she talks to her, and basically she was using this to distract him so that they didn't have to, they could get away.
Basically, yeah, the whole thing was just a diversion, talking to him.
But during that call, she's like telling him she's tired of fight. She tells him, she's like, "Aren't you tired of fighting for the wrong side?" that she's fighting for something that's bigger than herself. And then Bucky's like, well, like, I've never done that. I've done that twice and failed twice.
Mm-hmm.
Basically talking about the first Captain America when he died.
I think he said he fell twice, didn't he? Like referring to falling from the train and then falling as in like to the dark side, kind of.
I think he said he failed twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
forgot to make
the other one was implying he failed again.
Okay, yeah, okay, gotcha. I completely forgot to make my stride for Horseman anyways.
I almost forgot to use Apocalypse to get
So you
him
just...
to force him so that I could make someone Horseman.
So then there's more fighting, basically.
Yeah, we get some more fights with Bucky, or with Sam and Batroc, and then the GRC people then end up getting herded into the trucks where
yeah, they get into a couple like looks like armor-proof trucks.
Yeah.
One of the Flag Smasher dudes comes up behind, and did you already go into that fight?
Which fight? Which one?
The boss.
Oh, I'm on it. Yeah, I didn't start it yet though.
Okay. Do you have anyone to ramp up?
No.
Let me do it then. Yeah, 4-4. So they get locked into the trucks and then they start driving away. And
yeah, then it goes back to
also
Bucky
there's a
and Carly
helicopter
were
that comes up top.
Yeah, Bucky and Carly were talking still, and he was telling her, he's like, you're trying to justify all this death for your cause, but believe me, you're gonna remember all these people. You don't want to kill these people and all that. And that's when she's like, well, I appreciate you taking my call. See you later. And that's when Bucky's like, oh, gosh dang it. She was just distracting me. Crap.
And
like, you had one job. You had one job. So yeah, then Jaren goes up to one of the cars, runs into one of the guys that's driving off one of the cars, and uses what she calls some kind of mercury vapor that basically just melts the dude's face.
Yeah, she bumps into him and like slips in his pocket. And just straight up murders the dude with some kind of mercury vapor, something or other that, like, I don't know, it just kind of vaporized, like as if he was hit by acid or something.
Yeah. So then Sam decides he's just like, all right, this Batroc is just wasting my time. He just flies out the window to go after the helicopter.
Well, yeah, because Sharon's like, geez, Zoe, settle down. Yeah, because she's like, you're running out of time here. The helicopter's about to take off, and I'm going right, by the way. He says something to Bucky, like, you got to do something, and Bucky's like, I don't fly. That's your deal.
Yeah.
And Bucky starts chasing after the other truck, or like one of the trucks on a motorcycle, or both trucks, I guess, because they're heading the same direction, I think. And Sam starts going after the helicopter.
Oh no, some of these nodes look different. I'm like, what is this node?
Yeah, I just took the heel since I screwed up in the first part.
So yeah, then he's flying after the helicopter and he uses Red Wing. We see the first use of Red Wing, so Red Wing's back.
Like the new Red Wing, yep.
Wakanda brought it back and it scans all the hostages in there and he says scan it to see if there's anyone there who has flight training.
Which is very convenient.
Yeah, it's very convenient that they decided to put someone in there that
the helicopter that had flight training. It was like, oh sweet, they knew how to fly a helicopter. Like, awesome.
Very nice.
But that was fine. It was good how it all gets handled and everything.
Yeah.
So he sees there's one woman who does have experience flying a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's kind of like the pilot of the helicopter, the Flag Smasher pilot, is got his window open and he's shooting at Sam, and like with a machine gun, and kind of he's dodging and dinking and dodging wrenches and
dodge, duck, dip, dive, and
yeah, exactly.
Eventually gets knocked down into the water. Then you see he still is able to like shoot out of there. It's like, okay, he's got some kind of water breathing tech in there or something.
Well, he wasn't under there that long, so he kind of uses the rocket on the Falcon suit to.
He did have all of those like
blast him back up.
Pipes or whatever those were that fell on him. So.
Yeah, he could have gone. He's just probably just dodging or something. Like they didn't. They're gonna fall slower in the water, anyways, right? So.
So then we get Carly talking to the Flag Smashers, and you can see that she's kind of a little rattled, like, "Oh, this isn't really going as planned."
Yeah, and she's like, well, it doesn't really matter.
If all else fails, we've made our cause. There's a lot of people behind us. We're just going to kill the hostages.
Yeah, we can just kill the hostages. It doesn't even matter if we die. And all their other flag smashers are like, says you, kind of, because they're like, I think, first of all, they're not, like, trying to kill people. And then second of all, they're like, well, I mean, I kind of want to live, so. And she goes, one world, expecting them all to be like one people, and nobody says anything.
Right away, they're just like,
They'll just kind of look around, and then she says it again, and then they say one people. But you can definitely tell that they're kind of not with her on board as much as they were with the murdering of people or with sacrificing their lives. Which is, I mean, pretty clear that from before that, because we were having a discussion about whether or not she was going to be set up as the villain or not. And I was like, no, she's a villain. She's a terrorist. She killed people. So, it's pretty clear that here she's, like, fully committed to being the villain, basically. And while she might be a sympathetic villain in that she wants something good for the world, she's obviously going about it in the wrong way, so.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to switch back and go right and I'll go left? Stick to that plan?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Hey, dog, can you quit licking the couch randomly? Just settle down. Oh my god, she's cute right now.
Doesn't really matter which one you take.
Specialist, I don't even know what that does, so it can't matter. Feat of Indestructible. I guess take that one, so take the duck. And I'll go and take Carnage. Leave it, though. No, leave it alone.
Wolverine. Became a horseman.
Leave it and settle down.
Crazy at. Is Cable done?
Oh yeah, do I even want to switch anybody, or I just want to roll with Apocalypse? I don't even know. I just roll with Apocalypse until I need to switch somebody, A
horseman on the... That makes more sense, right? I mean, talking about it, might as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, where were we? The episode. Oh yeah. So then, we get a scene where they flash back to Sam taken after the helicopter. Another NYPD helicopter shows up, and they almost get in a crash together. Sam has to save that helicopter, and to save them, he uses Red Wing and him. Red Wing grabs one of the people, and he grabs the other, and he takes them down to the bridge, drops them off. But as they get down to the ground, their helicopter is crashing down on him. And we get a really cool looking scene where the wings just surround him, and he puts the shield on top, and the helicopter literally just bounces off of him.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And then there's, of course, people cheering on the bridge.
Yep.
And the one dude is like, yeah, that's Black Falcon. And the second dude, it's their second mention of, like, he's like, nope, that's Captain America.
No, that part was later when he saves. It was when he saves the truck.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I just watched it.
I know.
Like, I literally just watched the episode, so that cracks me up. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting my people cheering scene confused, but yeah.
Yeah, then Bucky catches up to the Flag Smashers, and he does, like, a cool scene off the motorcycle where he just, like, runs it into the place and then just, like, jumps off of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the opposite of where Captain America in the first
throws the motorcycle
one, like, crashes, or is that in Age of Ultron?
I think it's
Age of Ultron, right?
Yeah,
where he kind of like plants and throws the motorcycle at the tank or whatever the heck he does. And in this case, Bucky crashes the motorcycle and launches himself at the Flag Smasher, which was super cool. So then he starts fighting them to try and get the truck open. And Carly says he needs someone to save, and they're like, "What?" And she's like, "Light it up." So they pour a bunch of gasoline on one of the trucks and spark it up so that it catches on fire, so that Bucky will have to stop fighting them to go and rescue those people. But at that point, we get the entry of U.S. Agent, or
U.S. Agent
John Walker.
Well, he's not a U.S. Agent yet, I guess, but he's in his brand new suit that he built and the new shield and everything. And yeah, he's like ready to go. He's like, "Carly, let's do this. You're not."
He calls her out.
And she's just like, "Yeah, I didn't mean to kill your friend. I don't want to kill people that don't matter." And that's when it's like, oh.
He's like, oh,
literally
he didn't matter. Yeah.
It was literally like a callback to when And Sam tells him, it's like, it's always that last line earlier in the season when he asked him to be his one.
Yeah, like he's like, you always mess it up at the end, you know?
Yeah, it's always that last line, and she had to say that I don't want to kill people that don't matter.
And he's like, oh, so he didn't matter? And she's like, he didn't matter to me, to my cause, or whatever.
Those people matter. So then while he's doing that, Bucky's breaking open the other truck. It's on fire. He's able to bust that open and get people out. Her and Walker start getting into a fight. He throws a shield at her, and she just literally just kicks it away, and it falls flat. And he's just like, "Oh crap! This shield's not the same.
Like it doesn't bounce back to me."
Meanwhile, while that's happening, we flash back to Sam over back at the helicopter, and he gets in contact with the girl on the plane who knows how to fly and tells her,
it's like, hey, put your earpiece in. It's gonna take exact timing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bang, busts in, and saves the day. Go on that. That was cool.
Yeah, and he does like he launches the shield. Basically, does the thing that he did before from the first episode where he just flies through and takes somebody out.
Yeah.
Perfectly, which was awesome to see again.
Then Carly jumps in the truck back to the other scene on the ground, and she tries to drive the truck off of the cliff or whatever, off a wall down. It's like a construction area.
Yeah, like a construction area.
Meanwhile, Bucky's still fighting with other flag smashers again, and she hops out of the car, and that's when Walker has to make a decision. And
like, is he gonna try and...
He actually makes the right decision. Instead of chasing after Carly, he decides
to try and save the people who are in the truck.
People. Yeah.
Uh-oh, what is she gaining energy here? Which I absolutely loved, because, you know, I think everyone who's watching kind of saw him being set up as the villain, as becoming the bad guy and getting the shield taken away from him. Like, we knew that had to happen, basically, but I didn't necessarily see him, coming back and being good, you know, or making that right decision. So,
well, I think from the beginning,
I thought that was a good thing.
From the beginning, he was always trying to do the right thing. His mind just got twisted.
Yeah.
Do you want me to finish?
By the responsibility. Well, yeah, that didn't pan out too well. Go for it. Yeah. But so I thought it was a very good twist to have him come back over to the light side and not be just evil off the bat. Exactly. You know. Yeah. So that worked. Let's see here. I forgot I didn't set this up again.
That did so much damage to the block.
Yeah, it did.
What the heck? Did you see
that? Yeah, I wasn't really like paying attention. That's why I was like, she put a cold snap on me, it killed me. I was like, wait a minute, in this room too? Why the hell are we? Why the hell is this that big a deal? Yeah, but anyways,
I should be able to heal all that up. So.
Yeah, I gotta actually take the heal, which is annoying. Whatever though. Just go to it. Yeah. So, anyways,
so yeah. Then while he's trying to save the truck, the other flag smashers jump on him and try to stop him from doing it.
And they're all kind of beating the crap out of him too.
What was that?
They all just kind of are beating the crap out of him.
Oh yeah, they were beating the crap out of him. Bucky stops him, helps out.
But then he gets kind of smashed and goes flying off to the ground below where the truck is, dangling at this point. And he uses his vibranium arm to stick the landing in a superhero landing. And a guy comes down with a pylon right after him, and he uses his arm to like shield himself and stop from getting hit, which is cool as well. So then I think, is it Carly or whoever kind of pushes it to try and get the truck to fall off, and everyone inside is freaking out. But then all of a sudden it stops right at the last minute, and Sam has shown up just in time, is holding up the truck with his suit, on full thrust, kind of, or almost on full thrust, trying to push it back up. He then has two of the little Red Wing guys kind of break off, attached to the truck, and then you see all three of their thrusters fire
very much
stronger.
Like Iron Man in the first
to then put everything back up. So
can you take out one?
Sure. What do we got? Specialist. Adaptive, I don't care either one. So
Why want they got
yeah.
Apocalypse?
Mm.
So bring in.
Like, you get these degeneration or armor upgrades. I'm like, I don't have any degeneration or any armor up. This is not useful. I don't even know if I want to mess with Strife on this because he's a hurting unit. It's going to be kind of
Try
annoying.
out Guillotine 2099 for the first time. I've never used her. I don't know how she works.
Well, she takes a little bit of ramp up. You could definitely get to the L3 in one fight and be over 100 combo, but then probably after that, yeah, I doubt you're going to be able to get to a 200 combo in any of the fights in these rooms, probably, but I don't know. Oops.
Oh, that was pretty sweet.
He could be kind of fun. One would assume he's pretty good everywhere. So yeah, Sam pushes it back up.
Once he saves the truck, that's when we get the guy that says, "That's the Black Falcon," and the guy's like, "Nah, that's Captain America."
Yeah, and they're all recording, of course, and everyone's cheering again.
Which, like, it was a real cheesy line. Like, it felt.
It is.
I was like, "Ah, okay, you guys."
But it's kind of like you gotta put it in there, you know.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of like, eh. I get why. I remember talking to somebody else who's like, I felt like that was a little forced or a little cheesy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But I mean, you kind of have to. You're making the distinguishment here, so you kind of have to spell it out to a certain degree, you know. The same way as when he said he's Captain America upstairs, you know. So then basically all of the Flag Smashers try to fight them again. They do a little more fighting on the ground, but Sam kind of bounces the shield off a bunch of people.
Yep,
and they start to kind of kick their ass because they're all teamed up, and that's when
Batroc fires a smoke grenade. And
he fires like a bunch of smoke grenades down there, and they all escape.
Then we get to see another use of Cap, his new
his goggles,
smoke.
Yeah, he's got like infrared, vision and everything. And he's like, this way. So then they all go chasing after them into kind of like the bowels of the construction site, or maybe like underground kind of stuff. I didn't really pay attention to which one we took down, but whatever. Yeah, it shouldn't matter anyways. That was the shifting backup, physical energy resistance kind of thing. So they're chasing after him, and Sharon comes across Carly, at which point she's like, hey, come back and work for me again, and reveals that she's the power broker and everything.
Well, before that too, she was using the whistle that the Flag Smashers always use to like...
Yeah, there to like locate each other.
And so she kind of lures her in using that, and then Carly's like, oh, is this you guys? Is that you? And she shows up about, you're the power broker, and we really find out that big reveal. And she's like, yeah, I took you in, I saw you as a young me, and now you betrayed me. And then she's like, power broker doesn't have much power without her muscle. Kind of thing.
Like, you just want us back because we're your muscle. And she's like, actually, I got a lot of power. At which point, Batroc comes up, and they're holding guns on each other this whole time, right? And Batroc comes up, and he's got a gun on Carly. Then he's like, so you're the power broker. All right, you're gonna pay me four times, or I'm gonna tell the world who you are. And Sharon had lowered her gun when she was talking to Carly, but she's like, I don't really do blackmail, so... And she just shoots... She shoots Batroc, and then Carly shoots Sharon.
You want me to take the Punisher, or do you need it?
I stopped trying to ramp up Strife because I screwed up. I'm gonna heal him up.
You have Magneto, too.
But I can totally take him with Magneto, so yeah.
I didn't look at the notes, actually. Let's see. Aggressive. Defender gains unstoppable for 4 seconds if the attacker is far away from the defender.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like anything much.
But yeah, Magneto probably will shut that.
Fight or flight, yeah. So it just seems like, there we go, rip Batroc.
Yeah.
And so Sharon's like shot in the gut or something.
Yep. And then that's when Sam shows up and is trying to talk Carly down and be like, you don't want to do this.
Still trying to talk her down.
And then that's when she's about to shoot Sharon, and he intervenes, knocks her up, like out of the way. She starts fighting him, and he's just yelling. He's like, "I'm not gonna fight you." It was another callback to Captain America and the Winter Soldier, where when Bucky was fighting Steve, he kept saying, he's like, "Bucky, I'm not gonna fight you." It's just another moment, just proving that he's worthy of the Captain America because he's doing exactly what Steve would do in the situation. The part of that fight, though, that was kind of weird. I mean, if you can call it a fight, because he wasn't fighting back, but like, as she's like charging at him, instead of just like backing away and everything, he's doing all these like flips and twists and all these guys. Like, why were you needing to do that?
He just was showing off that he'd been doing all that training when he's you know.
The one thing I did really enjoy though in that scene though was when she went to hit him one time and she blocks with the shield, and the wings instantly like shoot out and dig into the ground. So
yeah, he blocks with the shield, and then the wings stick in the ground, and yeah, that was super cool.
Yeah, because basically, like, you know, he's not a super soldier. Like, he can't.
So he's using the technology
so he uses
at hand.
Uses his.
And we obviously see that the wings are a lot stronger now because they're made of vibranium, and probably lighter too. One would imagine.
Yeah. Then we get Bucky and Walker. They catch the remaining Flag Smashers, and the way they did that is they used the app that they
the Flag Smash app.
And a fun fact that one of the breakdowns that I noticed that I watched talked about was one of the things they pointed out, the fact that he was using like a newer phone, like an advanced phone that had that software. Like, how did he get that? Because we see earlier in the season he's using a flip phone when he gives that to his therapist.
Right. Well,
so this phone was the phone that the lady gave him when Carly called him earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
That phone, and it had everything on there, and so he just used that.
Yeah, because it already had
think of that. Yeah.
No, it makes perfect sense because he used. I mean, that person would have already had the app, everything on there, because the person was one of the Flag Smasher like followers. So then he could totally use that to do it. Yeah, so that totally worked out. You totally didn't see it coming when Sharon was revealed as the power broker. Really, Kurama? Interesting, because I thought. That was everybody's prediction,
episode 3 or something.
Yeah, that was
one of the things we'll get to at the end of the breakdown. We'll kind of talk about like what we liked and didn't like in the series.
Yeah, but so then so they catch the other Flag Smashers with a bunch of cops, and they kind of load them up into a truck. And he's saying, Walker says the quote from Lincoln, which what was it? Mercy bears like stronger or greater fruit than strict justice or something like that.
Yeah, something
and
like that.
Bucky's like, Lincoln, huh? And he's like, yeah, great quote. And he's like, not from you. Like, he's still shitting on him, you know?
They're trying to make us like him more. It's like, I guess he's being accepted, but still, it's just like...
But Bucky's like, no, screw you.
He's going to be used for good.
No. He's going to probably be part of the Thunderbolt series, but once again, we can get to that later, too.
Yeah. So then Carly is holding... She's about to shoot Bucky or Sam, and then Sharon shows up and shoots Carly.
A couple times, because obviously Sharon can't let Carly live, because then she could give away her secret. So, you know, she's going to be dead.
And take out... Do I want tenacity, or do I want an unblockable specialty?
Who, you're fighting... Crit Monkey, you don't want to get him to a special 2 anyways, but he's kind of got inborn tenacity anyways. A lot of times he can shrug stuff off. Yeah. So if you just play him kind of stun immune style in case you accidentally pushed him to an L2, I probably would do that, but that's your call.
Yeah, take away the unblockable.
Which one is that? Professor X?
Yeah.
Okay. Go for 4 for me, please.
I don't know. Either way, it's super great matchup. But
yeah.
It's you.
You
said 4?
Yeah. So then, where are we at? So
Sam.
So Carly's dead.
His body out, flies it out, and comes down like an angel or something.
He just kind of walks, though. I mean, when he's carrying her outside to
No, he flies with her. He flies her out. And then,
Yeah, but then he just walks when he's walking up to the people.
yeah. I was meaning the one when he like floats down. He's like coming down
But then he drops her off with the EMTs, and oh boy, this better kill him, otherwise I might be hosed. Okay, sweet. All of the like security council kind of people say thank you, and that's when he gives his big old speech, because he's like, "Are you still planning on doing the moving people between borders, like forcing their relocation?" Mm-hmm. And they're like, "Yeah, you did your part, so we can do that. We can get the vote underway right away." And he's like, maybe don't do that shit."
Like you're missing the point here. That's kind of what all this also before that too, as he was walking up, like all the reporters are yelling at him like, "Oh, when did you become Captain America?
We call you
Falcon
Captain Falcon?" Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, then he's like, "We got to stop calling these people terrorists and thugs."
Like what else would we call them?
If anything, we've all gone through this experience of loss and struggle, and you know what it's like, and what you're trying to do is no different than that.
Yeah, you have the power of a mad god.
We have the power now to do it different.
Yeah, and it's like I can't really paraphrase. Like it's just great. Like it's a great speech.
Yeah.
It brought a little tear to my eye, kind of like I was a little misty. Like I loved it. It was fantastic. It was kind of the whole thing. He's like, even now I can feel the people. He's like, don't talk to me about I don't know what it's like or blah blah.
One time the senator's like, "You just don't understand." He's like, "What do you mean I don't understand? I'm a black man wielding the stars and stripes."
Yeah, and he's like,
"Not understand."
Every time I pick this up, I know there's millions of people who are going to hate me. There are people who I can feel they hate me right now, but I'm not going to let that stop me from basically doing what's right. I mean, he's more eloquent, obviously, than that to get professional writers, and I'm just paraphrasing and stuff. But yeah, so it's great. It's a great little speech. And at the end of it, you can see the council members kind of are all like, And then we get...
He says at one point in the speech, he says, "Every time I pick up this shield, there are going to be people that hate me for it." And right as he said that, the camera strategically panned to John Walker.
Yeah, but Walker is...
the same thing with him. Whenever he picked up the shield,
yeah.
people were hating him for it.
And he's kind of realizing, I think, like in that moment, how difficult it is to pick up the shield one way or other. But I think he's probably also realizing it as... how hard it is for Sam to do it too, because Sam's like, I don't have blue eyes or super soldier serum or blonde hair or whatever.
Mm-hmm. See Isaiah Bradley watching the TV as well, and he's kind of nodding, just like, okay.
Yeah, because before he'd been obviously down on being captain, like a black Captain America and everything. Once he
finishes his speech, he walks by Bucky, and Bucky's just like, "Sorry, I was texting. All I heard was a black guy and stars and stripes."
Yeah, just all joking with him, which is
and then
totally awesome.
He says, "Good job, Cap." Cap, not Sam or Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
Calls him Cap, so that was pretty.
Which is
not Captain America.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see it all develop and everything, of course.
Then the remaining Flag Smashers got loaded up.
They call, first of all, they asked Sam, they're like, "Hey, one of the Flag Smashers is getting away. Can you help out, Cap, or whatever?" And he's like, "Always," or whatever. So he flies off to take it. It was the one that he dumped in the river from earlier.
Yeah.
So he goes to take care of that. And then, they're all loaded in the van. We see them, somebody put a thing on the back of the truck for the Flag Smashers are all in. And
the military guy that was loading him in says to them as he puts him in, he says, "One world, one people." It's like, oh. Wait,
yeah, so you're thinking like, oh, he's going to be on their side and they're going to get away.
Do you need this to ramp up at all, by the way?
I might as well, yeah. And then it just freaking blows up.
And we see Zemo's butler in a car watching all. He's like, yes, it's this.
Yes.
And then it flashes to Zemo in the raft prison,
listening to the radio, which
listening to the radio, hearing it happen.
Pretty nice deal getting to listen to the radio while you're just chilling there. So
back and well done.
Yeah, he hears the news and he's like, okay.
Then we go over to
what the heck,
Val and John Walker getting the whole suit, finally getting the suit for U.S. Agent, which is what we all kind of assume is going to happen, I think. And she kind of hints. She gets the news as well. She's like, "Oh, look at the rest of them died. Could have planned it better myself."
Speaking of died, dude, maybe I didn't want this fight.
Next.
Again, this ramping up of strife is not going so well. I think it's the aspect evolution. Yeah, I did, but like the aspect of evolution, I think I just failed the parry a few times, and so I just ate it instead of whatever. Man Falcon saying you've always hated me. Thank you, appreciate that. No, you're kidding. What's up, Kevin C? How's it going? Elk, by the way, hello. But yeah, so then we basically just kind of cut to, or do we go to Isaiah Bradley next? I think.
No, we get Bucky talking to Yuri Nakajima again.
Oh, right.
About his son.
He tells him
this
about his son.
This scene was so brief. He literally just says like,
he just kind of shows up and he's like, the Winter Soldier killed your son.
He was killed by the Winter Soldier, and that was me. And then he just leaves.
I didn't have any choice.
To see his reaction.
Yeah.
I mean, he sees him later when he looks at him at the restaurant. And he sees the waitress again.
He seems like he's doing okay, but
kind of about it.
The main thing was that he just had to tell him, to be honest. So
yeah.
But yeah, then we
get him going to
Sam going to see Isaiah Bradley, and his grandson or whatever opens the door. And it's like, oh, if it isn't the Black Falcon, he's like, you need to learn some respect. And he goes up back and starts taking.
He goes by another name now, or something like that.
Yeah, he starts going. He starts talking to Isaiah and kind of like just I don't know, just going over. He's talking about how he saw him and that how he's like he's not gonna let anyone tell him that he can't be.
That I can't help out whenever.
Fight for. He's like we built this country. I'm not gonna let anyone tell me I can't fight for it. Or whatever.
He finally admits he's like, there is something special about you. He's like, well, you're no Mandela or.
He's like no king or anything. Like yeah.
Yeah.
But
crazy, but you're special.
Then
he takes him. He's like, go get ready. I gotta show you something. Takes him
to
the Captain America Museum, and now there's a whole section about Isaiah Bradley and his.
Yeah, in his contributions and everything. Although I wonder if it included the fact that they imprisoned him and experimented on him for years. Because you'd think that without that it would be kind of incomplete. But yeah, what is the yellow one is the Electro specials, right?
Yellow one is Electro, correct.
So special one bias is fine.
9% chance of activating a regen.
Go ahead and
Cosmic one is the one that inflicts poison. That's the one that I always.
Yeah, and that's the
really the only one that's a real issue.
Yeah, and it has Magneto specials. If you need me to take that one down, I can swap somebody out for a poison, me and Sham. Oh, and actually the other one has dash vulnerability, so...
Yeah, so that's... really want to keep it.
Okay, so I'll switch somebody out. I'll switch out like Apocalypse for Warlock or Captain Sparkles or something. Can you take down 4, I think it was?
Power struggle.
Mm-hmm. Let's get some Sparkles in there at full health. Why not? So then basically we just wrap up with kind of like feel good times out on the old
Louisiana.
And you can see that Bucky and Sam are just like BFFs kind of now. And that's pretty much it. And then we get the
Bucky was flirting with his sister again. He was like her, holding his arm out while some kids were hanging off.
Yeah, they're all hanging off his vibranium arm and stuff. And so then I guess we get a couple more scenes actually, which are John Walker in the hearing room where the senator had kind of dressed him down and taken away the Captain America stuff and all his benefits and everything.
That was earlier.
No, I thought that was at the end.
No, that was before. That was right after Zemo.
Right.
He was saying how she might have. She's like, oh, did I plan it or did I not?
Yeah. Okay, sorry. So then we just get the final post-credit scene, which is Sharon in that room, with them giving her pardon from that one senator who was there. And as she walks out, she's like, all right, let's get our buyers lined up. We're gonna have access to all sorts of different stuff because the senator's like, maybe even get your old job back at the CIA, get your old position back.
Like, super soldiers may be off the menu, but we're about to have access to
all sorts of other stuff,
prototypes and everything.
Yeah.
But the question is, who was she talking about?
I mean, probably just her employees as the power broker. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's saying that to someone you think probably so.
Just, you know, she's got underlings. She's probably just saying to underlings like people lined
Yeah,
up.
and then that's a wrap. That's the end of the season, guys.
Yeah. So what do we miss? Anything else we want to cover from the episode before we just get on to general thoughts and everything? Yeah.
Cap, how's it going? Thoughts on Falcon's new suit? I thought the new suit for the Captain America suit for Falcon was awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird now because I guess we have to start referring to him as Captain America.
Well, and the big news that they dropped is that there's going to be a, like, right after the episode pretty much, is that there's going to be a Captain America 4 that is going to star Anthony Mackie as Captain America. So
oh, the other thing too
that's pretty cool.
At the end of the episode, I didn't actually notice this until someone in one of the breakdowns pointed it out, that once the episode ended, and they always roll the credits or whatever, and they pop it up, they would say Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
And this time they said
it said Captain America
and the Winter Soldier. Yeah. What's up, Bushido Brown? Long time no see. How you doing, man? You said the new suit looked weird. Not gonna lie, I liked it. It's just got the white in there, which is a little. It's a little different looking. It is, you know, interesting, but overall I liked it. That was cool. It is his look from the comics. I'm pretty sure, right?
The U.S. agent thing.
No, the Falcon.
Oh,
Captain America suit, his Sam's suit or whatever. God, this is for being Zone 7. I'm going slow as shit here. But yeah. So what else? I think that pretty much covers it. Overall, I loved the last episode. And I love the series. Overall, I liked it more than WandaVision.
I think I liked WandaVision more, actually.
Yeah, WandaVision, and I totally get that, because WandaVision was definitely interesting and less predictable, I would say, with where they were going with it.
My biggest thing with it is it felt very predictable. And this, oh my gosh, this guy needs to stop evading me.
Yeah, and I felt like it was definitely predictable for a lot of it, but that was okay with me because I liked where it was going. You know what I mean? Like, I liked the story much more. I was much more interested in the aspects of it that tie into you know, everyday things that are going on today in society. I think that the Black Captain America line of comics and that kind of stuff was more just interesting in general than Wanda just kind of losing her mind and so forth. And the Isaiah Bradley stuff. And then I just mostly just liked the buddy cop aspect of it too, of Bucky and Sam team up kind of stuff. So, but I like the, in some ways I like Winter Soldier was my favorite movie and still is my favorite movie. So in some ways I like the kind of less superpowered stuff.
There were a lot of callbacks to that movie too. So it did feel a lot like that movie. Yeah.
I just felt like it was like a 6-hour long, basically, movie where I didn't want to stab my eyes out like the Justice League. So
I didn't really like, even though I knew it was coming after the way they led up to it. I don't know. I didn't feel super attached to Sharon Carter being the power broker. I would have liked it to be someone different.
That was a new, direction, I think, because I don't think she is at all in the comics or anything.
No, I don't think so.
But all attacks are unblockable for the first 6 seconds. I should remember that. And power snack. Okay. But at the same time, like, I kind of liked that because that was then, I mean, while in the show it was kind of predictable because, like, a lot of us saw it going there, it wasn't before the show started because, you know, that's not her role in the comics, and that means that she's going to have an interesting role coming up in maybe the movie or in other shows or something as kind of a villain, and I like them turning her into a villain instead of just keeping her as, oh, Miss Goody Two Shoes, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for me, I'm like, yeah, sweet, that's a good thing that Chris Evans' Cap went back in time and got together with her aunt rather than the chick who turns out to be the villain, you know?
Yeah. One of the things too that just makes it kind of weird too is like you have to think back on the series and be like, so she intentionally brought them to that Nagel guy that created the serum, who was technically her employee, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing full well that Zemo totally hates anything super soldier, like, did the thought not cross her mind that he might want to try to kill him or do something at least? Like, why would she voluntarily bring them to him? And then
Yeah, that is...
risk possibly him exposing her, because if he's employed by the power broker, you would think he knows what she looks like and that she's the power broker, or maybe she does, maybe he doesn't know. But also someone said that if you go back, I guess, and watch that scene, I'd have to go back and watch it, but someone else saying that in that scene she actually doesn't show herself to him in the episode to give him the chance to reveal, like, wait, why are you with the power broker, kind of.
Yeah.
But it just feels weird that, like, she knows that's her guy. Like, why would she voluntarily bring them there?
Yeah, and that I think would need like a little bit of explanation of exactly why, because it's like, did she have a plan for that, or because she knows she's not going to shake Bucky and Sam without them finding out some stuff. Maybe it was because there was a greater chance of them finding out that she was the power broker if they dug around on their own, you know? Or like it just depends. There's like lots of different things, but I feel like that does require some explanation that wasn't given to us in the show. And I always feel like that's kind of sketchy writing if you have to have fan theories and things to come up with it to explain something. And it's not just obvious right there.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon Carter is the comics. Craig, are you saying she is the power broker in the comics? 'Cause I thought she wasn't. I thought he was talking about something else, but no, I think she is in the comics. Wait, really? I had not heard that.
Her character is in the comics, but
her character is in the comics, but I didn't think her character was the power broker in the comics.
Becoming the power broker.
Or it could be. I don't know. I have not read all of that, so I don't know. But yeah. So overall, I like this one more than WandaVision. You're on the opposite side. I also liked that it felt like we got more of it, kind of, you know. Because WandaVision, those episodes were so short. That kind of ticked me off too.
Yeah, especially the early episodes of WandaVision.
Mm-hmm. But it still just makes me look forward even more to Loki, which should hopefully be pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that has potential, I think, to be my favorite. So
yeah, so
far.
You want to move into now ranking the episodes?
Yeah, let's go ahead and go in reverse order. And I'm gonna say that. Well, let's go with your order first, I guess. Let's just do them one at a time.
Okay. So for me, I'm gonna pull up actually. See, I have it written down, but
yeah, that's why I'm having you go first. I can't remember.
I was kind of surprised as I was going through it and really trying to think back on the episodes of like which ones I enjoyed the most and which ones kind of didn't. It was really hard. I mean, all the episodes were really good. There wasn't any like with WandaVision where it was like 1 and 2 were easily the most boring episodes.
Yeah,
that was pretty much hands down for everyone. For this one, I was like, I feel bad putting any of these at 6 because, like I said, they all were good. But once I really thought of it, I actually put episode 5 as my least favorite.
Okay.
The reason being was that episode, outside of the opening scene where we get the fight against John Walker, Bucky, and Sam, like the rest of the episode was just kind of dull. And
yeah, it was a little
John
slow.
Walker trial. We get Zemo getting arrested or taken away, which is kind of cool. We get another scene with Isaiah Bradley. There's just a lot of talking. And then the big montage scene that took up way too much time with Sam and Bucky on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that just felt kind of like a wasted time. Like, what did that do for anything?
Like it's a good. I mean, it's good for character development and so forth, but it did slow things down quite a
Yeah.
bit.
We got
Like
the
I could have
really
used
cool
a little
scene
more in
with
there.
Bucky and Sam playing with the shield, though, but that was like brief compared to everything else that happened in the episode. And then outside
A
of
lot of
that,
montagey kind of
like
stuff.
it just ended with the whole setup for the finale. So that's why, for me, episode 5 was it fell into the last spot for me.
It was 6 for you. Okay.
Yeah. Then I put episode.
Here, let's decide on
1.
where we're going here.
Then I put episode 1. Oh yeah, let's figure out what we're gonna.
Can you take down 3, please? Sorry to make you fight Nightcrawler, but that one's kind of more annoying.
Oh, you're gonna. Can you take out? Ooh. I don't want to deal with rage. Although Wolverine, I doubt I'd really have to deal with rage. Just in case. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Far.
Yeah, rage is always a better one to avoid.
So yeah, so an episode for number 5 overall, I put episode 1.
Okay.
World Order. Reason being, again, it was just kind of like the setup episode. It opened up with a bang and really great action scene, similar to episode 5. But then the rest of it was just kind of setting up the story arc and where it was going to go with everything. And it spent a lot of time dealing with the whole, Bucky or Sam's sister trying to sell the boat and all that, all the business. When it's like that storyline, while I understand why they put it in, because it's just like showing that, like, oh yeah, these guys might be superheroes, but they actually have real world stuff they're dealing with. It drove the plot to zero, in my opinion. It was kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, it didn't do much for
like,
plot
that
overall.
Plot felt filler to me.
See, and I felt like it was character development, basically.
It is,
and showing
but
the struggles that they were going through.
Like the sister, it didn't really do any character development.
See, and I would disagree. I think it was showing that he was having these struggles. Even though he's a freaking Avenger, he's having struggles as a, Black American in the South, basically. Still, like, the bank doesn't want to give him loans, even though he's a freaking Avenger, Yeah. He's taking military contracts from the government, so he's obviously making some money, but yet still they're like, sorry, buddy, I'll take a selfie with you, but I'm not going to give you a loan. And I don't think that's filler at all. I felt like that was important to the story of him becoming the Black Captain America, in a way.
Yeah, I guess it's
but it also, like, while it was character development for him, it didn't really advance the main plot that much. So, because his sister really is just there to develop his backstory and kind of how we're supposed to see things through his perspective about becoming Captain America. But it doesn't really matter in terms of dealing with the Flag Smashers or what the villain was and that kind of stuff.
Dude, this combination I have right now with Wolverine is disgusting.
Yeah.
I have the one where whenever I inflict damage over time, I put a power sting on.
Mm-hmm.
I also, whenever I deal damage over time, I put an armor break, and also have Buff Cornucopia. And with him being a horseman for Wolverine, like, I'm putting these insanely hard bleeds on, putting all these power stings, and they're just dying. Like, holy crap.
I'm, like, not even managing to get Strife ramped up here, so I'm not sure why I'm even bothering at this point. Elk saying maybe it was a last-minute thing because they were rumored to be virus storyline, and maybe the original episode 5 picked the story up a lot and its climax. Yeah, that could be a part of it, too, because there was supposed to be a virus storyline, I guess. But they decided to not do it because of the actual pandemic and everything. So it's interesting. I wonder, it'd be interesting to hear the behind the scenes stuff about how much of that actually changed the story and the plot and everything.
Which there is a behind the scenes episode that's dropping, I think, tonight.
Tonight, right? So yeah, so that's interesting.
See that.
What's up, Marvel Blocks? Dan, how you doing too? Haven't seen you for a little bit.
Moving on to the 4th rank overall for me, I put episode 2 of the Star Spangled Man, where we get a little bit more about John Walker. They first fighting against Flag Smashers. I mean, and this is when it gets, like, really hard, because, I mean, all the episodes like I said at the beginning, they're all super good.
Mhm.
And there was pretty much constant action. We're seeing the struggle of Bucky and Sam trying to work together at this point, where they're just kind of like Bucky just wants to rush right in. Sam's like really strategic about it, which by the end we see them working together. So it's kind of cool that they have that kind of development there. Yeah, overall it was a great episode. I think the other three stood out more to me.
Mhm.
And then for third, I put episode 3, Power Broker 1, where we get to a Madripoor and everything. I think for me, a lot of it was just like it felt so much like John Wick that episode did,
Mhm.
and I loved those movies. And the episode was directed by the guy that wrote John Wick, and it was the first kind of big episode with Zemo, and we got a lot more background about Zemo and everything, and it made me really like that character a lot more.
I certainly like Zemo a lot more in this show than I did care about him at all in Civil War. That's for sure.
And it set up. I feel like that episode it did good setting up like where the plot was going. It warned us about this power broker character, and they found out more about the super soldiers and how they got it and all that kind of stuff. So I liked that. And then for number 2, I put episode 4, The Whole World Is Watching, which honestly had the biggest WTF moment at the end of the episode when he killed the guy. Like, that was easily the biggest, like, most shocking part in the series, I would probably say.
Yeah, to see the shield all bloody.
I don't think anyone coming into this would have predicted that there would have been a scene that gruesome.
Yeah. On Disney Plus too.
On Disney Plus in the MCU. Like,
yeah. No, it was pretty dark. I liked it. It was good. Yeah.
Dark, but good. And then I had the finale as my favorite episode.
Yeah.
For all the reasons we talked about, it wrapped everything up nicely. Even though I did say, the one thing was like I didn't love Sharon Carter being the power broker in the end, but I understand it made sense, because especially at that point it would have been like, it would have felt lame if they introduced a brand new character in the finale, like, oh, this is the power broker, we don't even know this person.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my list.
All right, let me probably die to Black Widow stupidly here, and then I'll give my rundown. But I would say I think that I would agree that 5 is my least favorite. So I put that in 6 because, yeah, it is just a lot of setup, a lot of stuff that's like just, character stuff, but not really advancing the plot. It's just set up for the finale. So I'm going to agree with you on that one and put that one in the last place. I think then I'm going to put the second episode, actually, because I just felt like that one, not a ton of stuff happened either.
Yeah.
And like, some stuff happened, but like we got to set up with John Walker and all that kind of stuff, but it just didn't feel like there was some cool stuff, but it wasn't really, I don't know, it wasn't as interesting. Like, I felt like the first episode was more setup, and I didn't like that the first episode didn't have them together already, so it's kind of hard for me. It's really close between those two, between episodes 1 and 2, for which one I would say would be my 5th or 4th favorite. But I think overall I'm going to go with episode number 2 as my 5th favorite, and then the first episode as my 4th favorite. And then I think, I don't know. I think I'm going to go with The Whole World Is Watching in 3rd, because I did like it. I thought it was impactful. I thought it was, so much stuff happened in that episode. But the Power Broker one, when they're in Madripoor, I loved that one. Like, it was overall, the style of it, Zemo dancing, the action was good.
Zemo dance alone.
The different stuff was just like really good stuff. And then, so I put that one in 2nd, and then, the finale in 1st, I would say. So, but overall,
pretty silly, because like I said, 1 and 2 were really close for me as well. I easily could have put 2 at 5 and 1 at
Yeah.
4.
This whole time I've been not picking up any cool hacks because I've just been healing up Strife, and I'm just like, this is really stupid. Oh, see, and I decided to take the. I got
Outside
buff
of when I
cornucopia right off
swapped
the
out
bat.
characters, I've picked up a hack every single time.
Yeah.
Wolverine is nuts in incursions as a horseman.
I wish I had that 5-star. Damn
He's so good. Honestly, like, you could probably do this with a 4-star.
it. Yeah, just take longer.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What do we got here? Aggression, armor, special lock 1. Personal space and tyranny. Well, you don't really have anything to take magic though, do you? Yeah, go.
Wolverine has a heal.
Yeah, but it's okay because the other one's just special lock 1, and if I just like use Magneto or something, it doesn't really matter. I'll just heavy him to death anyways. So go ahead and take 4 out.
For me, against whichever has terrorist.
Episode 4 was the most intense. Definitely your favorite, Craig. Gotcha.
You got
2, yeah. Yeah, but so overall, I liked it. I thought the highlights were definitely the buddy cop relationship between.
Yeah. I think the two of them worked really well together.
Yeah, and so hopefully that'll be cool in a movie in a couple years.
Like, honestly, I think now I like them two together more than I liked Bucky with Steve Rogers or Sam with Steve Rogers.
Yeah, honestly,
I think I like them too. They're just characters.
They're more comedic, you know. They're more. They play off each other better. I feel like, than because it's kind of hard to play off of Chris Evans, Captain America, because he's just such a straight. Oh, good lord. Straight arrow, and like you can play that for comedy purposes as the straight man and so forth, and have Bucky be the other guy. But Bucky was always just a downer, you know, because he's like mind controlled and that kind of stuff when they're doing stuff together. So. I liked it more, their dynamic for sure. And then I think Zemo was the other big highlight, definitely.
Yeah, I think Zemo might have been actually my favorite character in the series.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I liked him so much.
Yeah, I think Zemo kind of stole the show.
Yeah, he pretty much stole every scene he was in. Him and Isaiah Bradley, too. I think
Isaiah Bradley was good as well.
The character development they did with him was really good, because in the first episode, when he first gets introduced, you really feel like how much pain he was put through, and just a brief talk about bringing it.
And the next time he talks to him too, like it's all It
was just I thought he acted really well. And then in the end, to him finally just being like admitting to Sam, like, you know, you proved me wrong.
Yeah.
There's something about you.
Except for Raj.
And then he gets his name. He'll be from forever. His story will be remembered.
Yeah.
Not going to be forgotten.
Yeah, so I definitely liked that, and just overall, yeah, just really liked the show. It was predictable in parts, and I was definitely more or less okay with that, because what I predicted I liked. So
yeah, that was.
And it's kind of
like, the stuff I was predicting was stuff that I actually wanted to happen.
Yeah, other than Sharon.
Other than the Sharon Carter thing.
So much for
a special 2 to the face.
That's not great. Not great. Yeah.
Okay. There's actually the node where when I'm standing close to him, I gain a fatigue, so I can get a little power healing.
I finally regained my units, heals, and revives after. Yeah, you're building them back up, Barrage. That's good. That's good. I gotta do a couple different streams of like, I need to finish off the Cavalier event quest, which I haven't even done, so maybe I'll do that tonight instead of Arena. And then I usually do it in about 4 because I'll do the initial clear and then I'll try and clear 2 chapters per stream, kind of, you know. So it ends up taking me about 4 for the 2-hour sessions for the month usually. And then I need to do a bunch of those freaking side quests again. I'm like, god damn, man, there's so much of them.
I only have 1 right now to do. Actually, I've knocked out like 3 of them yesterday, I think.
Were you doing them on stream or just not streaming them?
Nah, I just did.
Like, it's not super exciting, but at the same time, like, I don't know, it's just something besides
You need
Arena
this
do.
fight, or do you
I have
want me to
freaking 12.
Arena?
We can try it, I guess, and see if I just... What are the nodes here? Dude, I just... The strife with the suicides is not great either. Limited immunity, small arms, energize,
Dude, I gotta congratulate you, by the way.
this
Before I
is
do,
not
if you
good.
guys haven't seen his opening lately, his recent opening,
Spoilers.
spoilers, go check it out. Finally got someone you've been kind of wanting for a little while.
I got a couple, yeah.
Got a couple too, yeah.
See, damn it. I'm already screwing this up. Like, I don't really have the distance down on the heavy for Strife. Because it's got a pretty good reach to it, but... Okay, there we go. I did it correctly. The timing, I guess, is what's important too. But the problem is I want to use the L1 to get the shock off, to go invisible, to then stand over here, and then heavy, but then... Oh, shit, see. She fired her special, and that just killed the whole thing, so... yeah, I can take it with Sparkles, or you can just do it with Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yeah. Yeah, but I got a few different champions that I wanted. UBG and Lags all got 6-star Doom. Yeah, nice. Did you saw that wasn't even the one you were talking about though, right? You're talking about the other one?
Me?
Yeah.
No, that's the one I was talking about. Did you open another one?
Yeah. I won't tell you that one because that one.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I don't think.
I did get somebody. So I got Doom, which was awesome, and I took him to rank 2. This last level up. I need some tier 2 alpha to get him up to rank 3. Looks like item use is on, so I'll be awakening him and feeding all my Sig stones to him and everything.
Yeah,
but...
I just used up all of my signature stones for 2s, 3s, and 4 stars, and some 5 stars. I used some on Wolverine to get him up to. I think I put him at like Sig 100 or something.
Nice. Yeah, I have some in the
If
overflow
you look
too,
at item use, I'm like at 120,000 use.
Damn, nice. I'll see if I can catch up to you on it. But then I did another opening, and I'll let you watch that one because it's actually, I feel like it's kind of worth it because I feel like my reactions were pretty good. Do I even give a crap? Do I even want to keep healing up Strife at this point? It totally feels like a waste. We're almost done, and I've not got him ramped up, and like I feel like it was easier to ramp him up in room 8.
40 cabs and 1 featured.
Yeah.
Well,
but watch it when you can.
I have the little red bar on there that I watched it. So like, you know, you can, when you go there, it shows like ones you've watched and everything.
Yeah.
I don't remember what you got though. Must have been doing something else. Yeah. Completely paying attention.
Because I feel like my reactions were pretty good there. No, I swear to God, you said something about congrats too.
I might have
in the line chat. I feel like, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where you got that one champ, new one that you've been wanting for a while.
Well, I got 2, right?
Yeah.
So I got Doom in the previous opening.
Yeah.
And then I got Nick Fury and I got 6-star Apocalypse. So.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I was talking about. I thought.
Okay.
I thought that was all in the same episode. In the same.
No, those were two different opening videos. So.
Okay.
That's why I wasn't
Doom
sure.
You
So.
got in a different one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Doom you got from spring cleaning. Huh?
Yeah, Doom I got from spring cleaning because it was the first.
In my mind, I was putting those
Nexus.
together. I'm like, yeah, no, you got Nick Fury and Apocalypse. So.
Yeah. No, so I was pretty pumped. The only champs I really want right now left are Corvus and Ibom. So.
Nice.
And I also stupidly bought an extra 15k featured instead of just opening the one I had already bought for 13k from the store.
I did see that. Yeah.
I accidentally, and like I was just like I didn't realize until after I'd stopped recording. Otherwise, I just would have popped that one too. And it's like, God damn it, motherfucker.
Did you
So
open it yet, or is it still?
I haven't, no. And I bought another 13k one. So I think what I'm gonna do is just save it until I have like 5 of them or something, and do 5 features or something like that. So. Yeah, and I haven't opened up my gold pool crystals yet because I don't expect much. So I think I might save them for the gold
I wasn't
event because I don't
expecting
even
much
care.
either. And then
Yeah, but congrats on that, dude. I've seen a few people get the 6-star one lately.
I was so shocked.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm super jealous of that one. I don't know, like, I was jealous of the Archangel too, dude. Like that's pretty. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I was jealous of the Vision too because I don't know how hard Vision would hit as a rank 3.
Yeah,
but
I'm actually,
as far as tech champs go, Yeah, because as far as tech champs go, like the 6 stars in the tech class are kind of poop. So
Yeah, and I already have Ghost and Warlock. I mean,
yeah, those are the only two I really
no
want.
one
I
else
kind of
really
want.
need.
I mean, if I awakened my Hulkbuster, maybe I'd take him to rank 3, but more likely I'm probably just going to save tech T5CC for ranking up either Warlock or Ghost to rank 4 when that's a possibility, you know? Because I'm just not that excited about anyone besides maybe Guillotine 29, maybe Hulkbuster, or maybe that Vision. So, you know, that would be. I think I'd rather take him up.
We take out 2.
Oh, yeah, I should look. What are we doing? Limber, Bane of Damballa. I don't even know what the hell Bane
Chat,
of
y'all
Damballa
fall
does.
asleep
Nobody
over
cares.
here? No one said any comments in like 2 hours.
Everyone's just chilling, like, yeah. Go ahead and take. Can you deal with Airwalker?
Of course.
Yeah, okay, take 3. You said take 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one where I only gain power when they gain a power, and then when they use their power, I lose it.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't really do good for Wolverine when I want to keep my power.
I almost kind of just want to ditch Strife and bring someone to try and heal, like Claire or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. He does really well when he's ramped up, but I forget I used him one time and I feel like maybe we were on room 8 and it just worked better because the health pools were bigger and I could ramp him up more, or maybe I didn't have suicides on at the time, but I don't know. Stick with him for now, I suppose. Yeah, but those were good crystal openings, so that was pretty fun. I need to make some other videos. I need to get my damn desk belt. I think that's what I'm gonna do with the rest of the evening here, if I actually get to it, because it's been sitting there for a week now, and like I got the second. I worked when it all came in on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday I had stuff going on, and then I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I got my second dose of the vaccine and was kind of feeling crappy for a couple days. Yeah, and then yesterday I just was still like, bleh.
Yeah,
But
I need to get a new chair now because I was literally sitting in it yesterday and I leaned on. I mean, you know, you've probably heard it more than most people is how creaky my chair is. Really loud and obnoxious. I've needed it for a while. But yesterday, I literally leaned on my armrest and nah. So
damn, that sucks.
my left armrest is all jacked up right now. So I can't. If I were to lean on it, I would fall right
Completely,
off.
yeah.
So I keep having to remind myself, like, don't lean that way. Don't lean that way.
Well, I'll let you know. That'll probably be the first thing that I build, and I will let you know how this chair feels to start with.
Yeah.
So I went with a office chair rather than a gaming chair, just because the last time I got a gaming chair, I was not a fan at all. I don't know. The main problem is I got a skinny butt, and I don't have a lot of padding back there. So it's just sitting for long periods of time on my bony ass is not great. So I kind of might end up putting a pad on or something anyways. But for the summer when it gets hot, it's a fully mesh chair, so it should be a cooler chair to sit in at least.
Yeah, I've been thinking about well, I've heard a lot about Secret Labs chairs. Like, I know those are really good ones.
Like the Titan ones or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, but also, like, I've heard people say that you're better off getting, like, an office-style chair that's just better.
Yeah.
More comfortable.
Yeah, because they, like, I watched a review from, who was it from? Oh, because I watched a couple different reviews on the chair itself, and, let me see if I can find it. I could probably send it to you.
It's actually not super. This is just gonna be a long fight with Wolverine because Beast is bleed resistant and everything, and
yeah,
it has oscillate, so he keeps going into defense mode where he just doesn't take a lot of damage.
I watched a video from Gamers Nexus, which they got like 1.3 million subs, and they did a comparison of a bunch of different types of chairs with different cost levels and everything. And so I'll send you that as a breakdown.
Yeah, I would definitely need to check out.
There's almost nothing I buy now that I haven't watched like a million reviews on, you know?
Right? When I bought a new razor, and I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, the videos like a guy reviewing razors, and like shaving his beard and everything.
Well, you can't always, it's not always super useful. You can't always like your experience is gonna be different than people with reviews, anyways. But like I used to just read reviews on Amazon and not actually watch YouTube reviews. But now I'm like, oh no, I'm going on YouTube and watching this shit.
Yeah, same.
See people actually. That's why I ended up getting the uplift desk and everything too. Should we go watch Captain's fight, guys? My chat is all quiet too. Speak up, guys. What else did you want to say about the Falcon and Winter Soldier before we're all done here?
I know we're earlier than expected, so we're probably missing a lot of the usual people.
Yeah, just throwing people off, but hey, man, we're here. You can watch it on the replay.
Had real life things pop up that I forgot about, and I'm like, I can't stream later, actually.
Yeah, he just didn't care about you guys.
Alright, fight's finally done. There's the full yellow bar, but I mean...
Nice.
It's 5 minutes. I don't think these are going to be multiple season Marvel shows. They are probably just to tie us over until days. Yeah, that's the thing that's
possibly.
really interesting. I feel like this one has more potential of having a second season, and Loki could too. I think actually someone was saying that Loki's already been confirmed to have a second season.
I thought I heard something about Loki having a second season for sure too.
Whereas WandaVision might be a little bit harder to have a second season or multiple seasons because where it left off, it's obviously in a different place. But
well, that's going to bump into the Doctor Strange movie.
With Vision, he's like, we've said goodbye before, so it makes sense that we'll see each other again. So they're hinting at that he's not going to be gone for good. He's coming back, whether or not we know how, but...
No, I don't just use sparkles for incursions the whole time. I don't know what the hell I'm doing dicking around. Takes like 3 seconds.
Who would think using a rank 3 6-star would be a good...
a better champion, yeah. Which is cool, because I did get Strife from the future.
Right, yeah, you got him as your...
So that's cool, but he does...
I was like, I know he likes using him in...
There's just so many freaking mutants, man. There's so many mutants.
I have so many
ridiculous.
That I want to take up right now. Like, I have Archangel,
that Archangel pull was clutch, dude. That's pretty
the
awesome.
Archangel pull, I'm like 99% sure I'm using my Awakening Gem on him.
I see, yeah, because I think that I would give my generic from Abyss to either Corvus, Archangel, or maybe Nick Fury. And potentially I-Bomb, I guess, but...
The only thing that would potentially stop me from using it is, one, the most ideal situation is I open up a basic 6-star between now and... Because I'm waiting until I have a fully formed mutant T5, so I can take him to rank 3. I feel like awakening him and putting him at rank 2, like, what's the point of doing that? I can just use my 5-star at that point. It'll be fine. Whereas, if I can get him to rank 3, then it makes sense to have him awakened and everything. So until I can get him to rank 3, I'm not going to use the Awakening Gem. So ideally,
no.
But in the time I get that, in time now until I get the fully formed, hopefully I could just naturally awaken him and save it for someone else.
Well, the thing is too, though,
or if I end up pulling like Namor or Sunspot, which would obviously they're great champions, but also have that prestige that may take priority over it. Namor more so than Sunspot, because I do have a Sunspot already maxed out as a 5-star.
Well,
and Namor is just like I don't have him as a 5 or 6-star.
Yeah, I think the hard thing is, haven't you been putting your mutant stones into Apocalypse for prestige?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
No, I almost did. I was thinking
and you waited?
About it.
Okay.
But I was like, I probably shouldn't. So I haven't actually. He's only a Sig 20 still.
Nice. Okay, well, that's a good thing, right? So how many mutant stones do you have?
I have like 80 or 90.
Oh, nice. Okay, see, because that's... the tough thing is...
Pretty close, or if I get Namor or whoever I use it on, I can get them pretty close to maxing.
Yeah, and that's the tough thing, because Namor... He needs to be max sig to be usable, really, and he's got the top 5 prestige. Sunspot doesn't need it, but he benefits from it, and everyone on the team benefits from it if he's awakened, and he does, he also, you want him for prestige. But then Archangel you want to take to at least Sig 112, I assume. I assume it's the same as the 5-star.
Yeah.
Whether you have the 33.3%.
Yeah, I was looking at it, and it was like one...
To shut down abilities.
Or something, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a really tough one, man. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I think, in general, I'm going to choose to use... Like, I sigged up Omega Red first, even though his prestige is garbage, just because I think I value using generics and or sigstones in general on champions who benefit from their ability more than I do for just prestige. But when they both benefit from their ability and they have high prestige, like Namor, it's kind of hard to give it to Archangel, you know.
Especially too, because like I said, Namor is like that one champ that I don't have as well.
Yeah, and either way, I mean, Archangel is, I think, better than Namor for most situations.
Yeah. I
could be just killer.
Either way,
war.
he's gonna go to rank 3 once he's awakened. Just
but yeah, it's a tough call.
Sooner. And then the other thing too is like if I don't want to have to deal with the prestige, then instead of saving that mutant gem for someone like for a Namor or Sunspot for that prestige, I could use my Cosmic Awakening gem on Silver Surfer and get the prestige there.
But it sucks to just rank him up for just prestige.
Then I'd be taking him to rank 3 over CGR.
And that, you know, you'll probably get them both there eventually anyways, because everyone in the prestige game is gonna have Surfer at some point, but it's painful to do it, you know. It's like Thor. It's not quite Thor Ragnarok bad, but it's similar, you know, or Phoenix or something.
But Doom is just so clutch because
fantastic. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
And
I'm waiting to sig up Ghost, but then if 7.2 comes out next month or June, I'll probably max sig her with generics to try for the Legends run to get her to be faster. But then after that, generics will go probably towards prestige champs. So
you can take ideally if you could I wanted to could take down the Nick Fury, but if you'd rather face the Jubilee, you can take her.
No, I'll take Nick Fury. And then go ahead and I'm gonna gamble, take down 4, and that'll leave up Coward, and I'll mess around with Coward. We'll mess around with Coward. Craig Hardy saying, hear the rumor about Norman Osborn. He was supposed to be in the end credits on the phone with Sharon, but they cut it last second. No, I did not hear that. That'd be interesting. So if she wasn't like talking to an underling, she was talking to Norman Osborn. That'd be interesting. But I hadn't heard that. Where'd you hear that, Craig? Ginger Muslim popping in saying the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was good. It had a beginning and an end. That is true. It did. There was also a middle, but there was definitely a beginning and end. What's up, Jared? How you doing?
If that's the case with the Norman Osborn, that could also give light to what I mentioned, how those Green Goblin bombs a little bit too.
Right, and there's something that we didn't talk about, which was with Zemo being at the raft, and the raft is where all the baddies get sent by General Ross.
He runs
He runs that, and there is a Thunderbolts movie or a show coming out, right? I think so. I thought that was one of the ones that was confirmed. So we're gonna have probably Zemo in that, and we'll probably have
U.S. Agent
John Walker in that because he's one of the Thunderbolts as well. And at some point, General Ross will probably have to become the Red Hulk, right? So
maybe that'll happen during the She-Hulk series because we're getting Abomination back.
Yeah, so we'll see where all that goes, but that should be interesting.
Slayer God popping in my chat right.
Did you see the smoke bombs were green? Yep.
Did someone say CGR?
Yeah.
I did, Slayer. I was talking about that. I could potentially, if I'm trying to get prestige, I could use my Awakening gem on Silver Surfer instead of CGR and take him to rank 3. How would that make you feel, Slayer? I chose to do that instead of taking up CGR.
Big fan there.
That's the other thing too. Is like, or should I say screw prestige and just use the Awakening gem on CGR and Archangel and call it a day?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what the right thing to do is. At least you got options. Oh shit, I forgot about Nick Fury and not missing things. Whoops.
That's the thing.
That didn't work. Yeah, I was like, aha, I got off the L1, I put the shock on him, I'm invisible or cloaked or whatever, but nope.
It says, you don't know how to play CGR anyway, so it's fine. Well, that's fair. Yeah, I don't.
Oh my god.
I haven't played around with him enough yet.
Well, that's who I was going to use for Coward too. Was going to be Strife. So this whole run with Strife has been complete and total failure. So like the whole time, and I still say rather that Magneto should work against Nick Fury because that life model decoy has to have some metal in it. God damn it. How? There's no way.
And how does he also not have the Avenger charge? Like he created the Avengers.
Yeah, come on
He
now,
doesn't do
man.
an Avenger charge. I've always thought that with like Corvus. GGR doesn't really need the Awaken. Honestly, he gets the utility from it, but he doesn't need it to do his damage. And honestly, he's just fine at rank 2. Rank 3 is a little overkill.
Well, I mean, if you're using him for war and stuff, though, don't you want the overkill?
If the CGR god himself is saying, am I right over there, Abdo?
We're okay. We're okay. God damn it. This coward is going to be interesting. Maybe I should not have messed with that. I know, and how's it? Usually you're the one incursion, so I'm like, hey, Cap, what's going on?
Yeah, you know, it's nice to have the table.
It's like, yeah, I don't usually play incursions, so
that's my excuse. And this is literally like, I'm saying this now, and we get to the next.
Oh shit! Well,
totally screwed.
That started off really badly, so I got one champ left.
She's unblockable. Don't forget.
Yeah, no, totally forgot. I was just like, no, I'll just parry him and then block a whole bunch of to get that little bit of time. I'm like, oh right, no, that's how that starts out.
Thrown right into the fire.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I've gotten really lucky with most of my nodes and everything.
Back off.
Sucks it's a Spider-Man too, so like you just hitting water.
I can't. Yeah, because he's gonna throw his L1. I'm gonna be posed. Shit! Back off, buddy! No. This was a terrible idea.
Oh no! Literally, I forgot I was in my fight and I was watching yours. I just got killed. Oh no! I can't believe I just did that.
What's up, Dr. Peg? Yo, what did I miss? Me being a total scrub in the incursions, leaving up a wrong node, and
I still have your screen on my too, so no one even saw my fight, so it didn't even happen. Sakes. We're a match.
We're really good at this
quite
stuff.
The team here to.
Oh boy. So, what do I do here? Do I even have like a revive, or is it even worth it? Like. Yeah, I have no revives. You can, I guess, get us through this room. It's so annoying, dude. We're one room away from the max rewards for this stuff, too. But it's only a couple 5-star shards, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But if you can get through this room, then I don't know. We can just call it or something. But I don't think it's really worth it to revive for some 5-star shards.
Yeah.
Charge your heavy. I would have gone unstoppable and not gotten wrecked. So that would have been a good advice, Glory. Thanks for popping in and dropping that advice. That's fantastic.
Do I try to use Wolverine or CGR?
I mean, you're probably gonna need both of them, but to get through the degen, although it might not be too bad.
I'll try Wolverine first since I've got the regen.
Yeah, see how that works out. Let's go here. Let's go watch Cap, guys. God, that was dumb.
Where's my regen? Not gonna happen.
I had like buff cornucopia and stuff too. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the bleed doesn't work against him really, huh? You're making your last coffee for the day, Glory? Gotcha. Do I want to have one more coffee for the day? I might. I don't know. I woke up way too early. I woke up at like 8 a.m. after going to bed at 3. And I've been having trouble though, like taking a nap. Like I fell asleep.
Triple regen, let's go!
I fell asleep watching BG last night around 10:30 when I was getting ready to stream. I was like, oh, damn it, whoops. Woke up at like 11:20. Hey, you're kind of coming back. I have no idea how Civil War works now.
What the heck?
Days.
You had like Mystic Dispersion or something.
I don't know, but you're dead now.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm very dead. Slayer saying CGR do heavy, medium, light, medium, and medium.
I mean, you're gonna armor break him, right? So that should work.
Defender gains 12% of their max power each time a buff is nullified, expires, or removed. Oh, okay, that's why.
Oh, it expired. Yeah.
That explains. I'm like, why does he have Mystic Dispersion?
Yeah. Like, this is some BS
right, so you're saying
here.
Start out with heavy attack. So normally that strategy is I end with medium, then I end with a light attack, then I go into heavy and then special 2. But you're saying almost to do the complete backwards way. It's the fastest way to get to the special 2. Okay, give it a go. I'll trust you on this one. That's the thing with CGRs. Like, I haven't learned like all the different. There's so many different rotations. I feel like
I haven't learned him at all. They're like I took him to rank 5 as a 5-star, but
I forgot to start with the heavy attack.
whoops.
I could just. Now we did. Oh snap, baby! Who doesn't know how to play CGR now?
Nice, nicely done, nicely done.
No, I still got through it. Oh, I still got through it.
Yeah, that works. That works.
Just like I planned.
Yeah, guys, we just that was all we needed, you know.
Did I even revive though? Because
well, you'd have to make it through the next room all on your own, and that seems kind of
true.
Because I can't.
I've got Wolverine. I can do it.
I can't get through to heal up or anything. You know,
it's going to be the Ultron room. I can't even bleed.
So no, it was degen for the whole time. So we can just call it there. Just go ahead and get through and results. Weird. I've never seen that button before.
Yeah,
interesting.
It just pops up when you're dead.
When you're dead, I've literally never seen that before. I guess I hadn't sucked that bad.
Also, I think you still have my screen up. But...
I do. I was, there's no point in watching me be dead, but yeah. Anyways.
Look at us just scrubbing up and incursions.
We
love to see it.
Nearly got all of the milestones, so
yeah, who needs the rest?
Yeah, I mean they're just 5-star shards anyways, so we're advanced, you know.
But the thing is, he's dead. All of his champs are dead. I would have had to go through that all myself. And
yeah, because the problem is I can't get through that to heal up my champions. And with me dead, he's got to face all the nodes all the time and the degen, so there's just no way, really, or not realistically, anyways.
Doesn't have faith in you guys. It says there's no way.
Realistically, there's not much chance. It's not worth the effort, shall I say?
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, but anyways, Glory saying I never really read Civil Warrior's update, but he seems like he has immunities for days now. I imagine it's tied to armor ups. Yes, exactly. He's like bleed immune with armor ups and that kind of stuff. For me, it's just a matter of like what I found out about him right away was that you need to just dash back and hold block over and over and over again, and I don't like that play style at all. So once I learned that's what the update was, I was just like, I don't know if I care enough to learn more about him. Which sucks, man, because he's one of the ones I wanted buffed more than anybody. I liked his overall design, Civil Warrior. Like he's a Kabam original that I liked. As far as like the Iron Men go, he was one of the ones I liked the most. He had some utility with the heal block and some kind of stuff, and they gave him damage, but I think that when you have it all ramped up, it's still not even, it's not like it's Crossbones level now, because Crossbones takes a skill to play and everything, but then he actually gets some pretty damn good damage, whereas Civil Warrior, it seems like he's like the damage is okay, but not that exciting. I don't know, it just was a disappointing buff, I felt like, but maybe I need to play around with him more, so. Abdul, I have questions. When are May patch notes going to come? Like which tell the new champs and side quests and stuff? Probably on Monday. It's usually like a couple days before the new event goes live, right? So probably. Or are there 31 days in April or 30? I forget. 30? Yeah, so it's probably just on the 1st.
31 in May.
Yeah, so which is probably on the 1st. When's your birthday?
May 24th.
May 24th. All right.
I'll be 30.
Gonna be I was gonna say 30 for a couple times. No. No, 30. I'll be 30. Yeah. Hopefully you get to do something. From here on out,
I'll be turning 30 every year after that.
Right? Yeah. I was talking to a woman at my work, and she's like, you know what? I'm going back. I'm gonna be 34 instead of 36. Like I'm going backwards. Like, all right, nice.
Yeah, one of my buddies that's coming over tonight for the draft. Me and his dad have the same birthday,
No,
So his dad always he's like, yeah, I'm turning the same age you are. Yeah, that's fair. That sounds right.
Slayer saying, I wish he was the Apocalypse for the Avengers, Civil Warrior. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, but I could kind of see in some ways like Nick Fury being more that character, and he doesn't really do it specifically for the Avengers, but you know what I mean, like as far as one to kind of like Odin is, Apocalypse is, but yeah.
Slayer's telling me that I'll officially be Old Man Cap.
Old Man Cap.
That I'll qualify as Old Man Logan.
Right. Right. All right, guys. Well, was there anything else that we needed to cover? Because we're getting closer to the 2-hour mark, and we've scrubbed up our incursions. I want to get on to building my desk, I think, actually. Yeah. And the ZOE settled down and passed out, but I should probably take her outside, too. So, anything else to cover? This has, once again, been super fun. I've enjoyed doing these. Does the Bad Batch start up pretty quick here? Bad
Batch starts on May 4th.
Okay.
May the 4th be with you. Star Wars. It's one of their favorite days. Yeah, I
Makes
haven't
sense,
fully decided yet. I've got a week to decide if I'm actually going to do. I might or might not do watch parties for that. Let's see.
Yeah, well, when you do that, like I said, I think I'm going to take the Thursdays off until Loki starts up in June. So we will be back together then in June whenever that Loki starts up, like the 6th or
June 9th?
9th? Yeah, okay.
June 9th and then
reversing
July
my 6s
11th.
and 9s.
Or it's the other way around. It might be June 11th and July 9th. That's
like Black
July
Widow
is when Black Widow comes out. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Which would be fun to talk about that too, like a week after or something like that. But yeah, so I'll definitely be back for that. In the meantime, though, if you are doing Bad Batch streams and so forth, or just talking about it at all, if you want to do any of that kind of stuff, I might not stream it, but I'd be probably pretty happy to join you on Discord, because I'll probably watch some of that stuff too, and be up to date. And then in general, if you just want to like a couple times here or there a month or whenever, pick a day randomly and do some incursions, I'm of course down for that as well. So
yeah.
Then obviously I'll just talk to you anyways about life and BS. So. Glory saying
the Seahawks amazing first round draft pick.
Right? Yeah, like we had 3 picks and all of a sudden they've turned it into 27 because John Schneider is a wizard. We have 27 7th round picks.
We don't even have a first round pick next year either.
No, but we got a Jamal Adams, so I feel pretty.
Yeah, I was like trying to. Someone was asking me, they're like, why do you guys not have your draft pick? I'm like, well, we kind of traded it for Jamal Adams.
Yeah,
I'm not mad about. So.
No, because I hear like people complain about it sometimes, being like, like. You never know, man. We could have gotten someone in the first round who, maybe even someone who is like 80% as good as Jamal Adams. And you're like, yeah,
but
we got Jamal
we could
Adams,
get Jamal Adams and still be fine.
Who is like the best player on the defense? Yeah.
Also drafted Russell Wilson in the 3rd round. We drafted DK Metcalf in the 2nd, I think.
Yeah, and Jamal Adams was injured all last year, and he was definitely the best player on the defense anyways. The only argument I see against that trade is that we don't get someone who could be that good on a rookie contract, but no one's going to be as good as he was right now. And we're trying to do something right now while Russell's at his prime. And so.
We've got to strike while the iron's hot.
And before he gets pissed off and leaves again or whatever.
Like Aaron Rodgers wants out right now.
Yeah. Dude, I keep seeing like all these stories still, like last minute pop-ups like, ooh, could the Jets trade for Russell Wilson right before? They're like, shut the F up, dude. Like, you did this all off season. Cut it out, man.
Cry if that happened.
What's up, Diablo, aka the drunk alcoholic? Well, I mean, if you weren't drunk and you were an alcoholic, I mean alcoholics go to meetings, youngin, so you can just be a drunk or an alcoholic. You don't necessarily need to be both, but yeah. Glory reminding me 30. Oh, go ahead. You finish up. Yeah.
I'm gonna end off my stream, and then I'll see you guys on the next stream sometime, or video or whatever.
Yeah, audios caps chat. You have a good one.
All this and
yeah, thanks for having me.
Again sometime.
All right. Peace.
Later. All right, my stream.
All right. I was going to answer just a quick question here. Glory also saying 30 days. Half September, April, June, and November, all the rest of 31 except February, which has 28 and 29th leap year. Elementary school rhyme, I never forgot. Yeah, but that didn't really seem to rhyme that well, actually. Maybe I just misread it. But yeah, I always remembered like that rhyme too, but then, yeah, whatever.
I remember there was a rhyme, but I never
I don't remember exactly what it is, yeah. I remember I have a calculator now. Like I did
learn a song to remember like all the presidents.
Nice, nice. I don't
Learned that in, like,
never
sixth
learned that
grade,
one.
and I remember most of it.
Yeah,
It's changed now because when I learned it, it only went up to Bush.
yeah,
Had a few more since then, so I don't know how it would change.
yeah. Abdul asking, should I rank 6, or should I rank 2 my 6-star Emma or Havoc? Don't say rank up who you like or some answer like if you were in my shoes. Well, I mean, usually those are kind of the most honest answers, though. If I was going to choose one of them, I would rank up Emma.
What are the options?
Havoc or Emma as a 6-star. I think Emma has tons of utility. She does decent damage and is just more interesting overall. She's an okay defender still. Havoc is too. Havoc you want Awakened really to do faster, better damage on his L3. He does do crazy damage on his L3, but overall,
I honestly, I like Havoc more.
you like Havoc more? Yeah, I've just never been a huge fan.
Big Emma fan. I mean,
yeah, I've just
I
never been a
understand
huge fan of
she's
Havoc.
good,
So
and she's got her uses, and she can hit really hard, but Havoc to me can as well.
I like the utility, and because her basic attacks and her damage isn't as good, I feel like she gains more value by being ranked up. You know, like a lot of times I feel like champions who don't hit as hard gain more from being ranked up than champions who already hit hard.
Makes sense. Kind of like what Slayer was saying in my chat earlier, that CGR at rank 3 is a little bit of an overkill.
Yeah, because he's already so powerful. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Glory. How can he answer if he's in your shoes without knowing your needs content wise? Yeah, if you want a complete answer, we always need more information. But if you just want someone off the who I would choose, for me, I would go with Emma. So next month, new content. You ready? Yeah, I am ready. Except I got to get done Cav, which I might do tonight, guys. But that'll do it for me. Thank you, Cap. We'll call it good here. End the stream. And yeah, I should be back at my normal time, 11, assuming I don't fall asleep listening to Brian. So. Peace, guys. Have a good